I'm going to talk about how to become a better communicator this year. And there are 7 things that you can do immediately to become that better version of communicator that you always wanted to be. To start with, number one, how to beat becoming nervous when you start talking. It could be 5 people that you're talking to. It's your team that you're talking in front of them. It could be one-on-one that you're having with your manager, with your boss, or it could be 1,000 people in a packed hall and you are asked to speak. And how the hell do you speak? And you are becoming nervous, these butterflies are flying in your stomach. What do you do? And that's a big question. And that's where a lot of problems start for people to communicate. They become very nervous, they break down, and then energies get dissipated. They start rambling, and the whole thing breaks down. So, how do you get out of this? How do you beat that nervousness when you see so many people waiting to hear you out? How do you do that? That's the secret. The secret is all about not thinking about yourself. When you think about yourself, oh, so many people are waiting to see me, so many people are saying me, what if I go wrong? What when you start thinking like that, when you go down that path, you are not thinking about them and think about you. And when you think about yourself, is when the nervousness starts. Remember, the speech is not about you. The speech that you are going to deliver is about them. They want to understand what is it that you want to share. It's something that you want to share. It could be a small joke that you want to share. It could be a story that you want to share. It could be an anecdote that you want to share. It could be a solution to the problem that you are facing that you want to share. It could be an experience that you have had that you want to share with them. You want to share with something with the team. It could be your boss that he wants the update on the report that you have sent, update on whatever you have seen in that experience that you have had with the customer the previous day. It is something that you want to share, you are expected to share, and that is why you are there. When you deconstruct the whole speech situation like this, instead of, oh, I have to give a speech, to, I am going to share my experience, I'm going to share my story, I'm going to share this joke, I'm going to share this solution with people, things become different. So it's not about you speaking, it's about they waiting to listen what you have to offer. That mindset shift brings dramatically different situation, dramatically different solutions for the nervousness problem. When it is not big about you anymore, when it is not about you anymore, life is very simpler. You are there to share and you are going to share. You stand in front of those people. It could be 100, it could be 1,000, it could be 10,000 people. Doesn't really matter. You are going to tell them what you have gone through. You are going to tell them what you have wanted to share. As simple as that. When you keep it about them, the nervousness dissipates. Believe me, try doing this. Try telling yourself that I'm going to share because I'm going to share, they're going to be listening. And because they're listening, they are eager to listen to me. I'm going to share it in the best manner possible. Tell yourself that mindset shift will help you enormously in ensuring that you are not nervous anymore. The second problem which happens in speeches is rambling. A lot of times people ramble, whether it is one-on-one with the boss, whether it is, in front of 1,000 people, they start telling a story and then they branch out into another story. Then they talk about something else. And very clearly, they also know that they are rambling. They don't know where to come back. They don't know which point they started, where they have gone, how to come back. They have no idea. And the entire crowd loses interest, whether it's a small team or the large team. So what you can do about it, 2 things you can do. One, you can prepare. If it is a prepared speech in front of many people, obviously you have a lot of time, ample time to prepare and go and deliver that. But sometimes it's an unexpected ask to speak. Come, deliver the speech. What do? You don't have time to prepare. So you can do 2 things in that circumstance. If you can't, if you have not prepared. One is obviously draw from whatever preparation that you have done elsewhere. This is a situation, this is the audience, this is the kind of context that you are being asked to speak in. And that should help you in terms of, okay, this is what I should speak about, and quickly in 2 minutes you can prepare. Or you can say a very, very effective methodology is that the one thing that I want to talk about is this, then talk about it. Or if you have more things to say, limit yourself to, I'm going to talk about 3 things, and these are the 3 things. You can quickly jot down in your mind, one, number two, number three, what are those things, and talk about that. This is very effective because it will stop you from rambling. This will ensure that you talk about those 3 things and not about some 1,000 other things and the branches of those 1,000 things. It would ensure that you talk about A, B, C, one, two, three, and stop, and it will be very, very effective speech. Try it out. It will be very, very useful. The third thing that I'm talked about, many people complain about is, oh, this topic is very boring. How do I do it? It's a very, very boring economics topic. What do I do? This is a very boring history topic. What do I do? A lot of those things are talked about by people in discussions with me. The point that I make repeatedly with them and therefore with you is very simple. The topic can be boring. It all depends on how you see the topic. Truly, no topic is boring. There are history professors in my own school times, college times, who have made history so enjoyable a subject, made economics so enjoyable subject. So it's not in the subject. There's nothing called as boring or acceptable or exciting. To my mind, it is the ability of the person to make the subject so very interesting. No topic is inherently boring. No topic is inherently exciting. There are topics which have been made exciting by people, and maybe you have not seen that, and therefore you still think of that as boring. Maybe the topic is not resonating with you, and therefore you think it is boring. So even if the topic is not resonating and you think it is boring, find ways of making it interesting so that you can illustrate when you talk about it. Think about what kind of examples you can give. Think about what kind of anecdotes you can bring in. Think about what kind of experience you can imbue with. Think about how to make it interesting enough to share it with others so that it becomes a memorable experience. The fourth thing that I want you to think about is the power of storytelling. There is huge power. We all love stories. We all have grown up listening to stories from our grandmas. We all have grown up watching this movie, that movie, this episode of Netflix and that episode of Netflix, and so on and so forth. We have all read Amar Chitrakatha and Indajal comics and so on and whatnot. So we all love stories, and that trait is inherently human. Use that trait. Tell stories. Especially, for example, if you're attending interviews and somebody's asking you tell about yourself, you are being given permission to tell a story. To tell a story, keep it succinct. Don't get into a 50-minute elaborate discussion of yourself, what all you did, and so on. That's not what I mean. Keep it short and simple, but tell a story. When you tell a story, when you bring in anecdotes, when you bring in your experience, when you bring in that perspective, life becomes very, very interesting, and listeners get into that rapt, attentive mode because you are telling them a story which they can relate to. So practice telling stories and see how it makes your lectures, deliveries, speeches memorable. The next point is, how do you handle negative comment? People will come and comment. They will there will be people who will comment negatively. They will say that you don't know how to even speak. All of that will keep happening. All of that is a part and parcel of life. Whether you are a lecturer, whether you are giving a speech in front of your team, whether you have just shared something with your boss, your articulation, your speech, your communication abilities will always be under scrutiny. There will be some people who will have negative comments. That's par for the course, and you should understand what are the negative comments, where are they coming from, and is there anything that you can learn from? Is there anything that you can use it to tweak to? You should look at that and not unduly depressed by all of these negative comments. If somebody is commenting about you, then you are worthy of those comments, irrespective of what the comments are. Only when somebody is performing something, there will even be comments about something. So remember that if somebody commenting even negatively, that you are doing some performance, and now all you need to do is to learn from that and move to the next stage. The next point that you should think about is practice. Immersing yourself in the practice, in the art of speaking. Whether it is a small presentation that you're going to deliver, it's whether it is a big speech that you need to deliver to a set of key stakeholders, irrespective of what kind of occasion it is, practice makes it perfect. And many times, unfortunately, people don't do the practice, don't take time out for the practice, which makes it very, very difficult for them to deliver very well. Musicians practice. People like doctors practice. There is an internship after that. They are supposed to get into the professional. So lots and lots and lots of professional people practice even when they are not actually doing the job they are practicing. Why not you? Why not you in terms of delivering that practice, delivering that address, delivering that speech, delivering that note? Why don't you practice? Are you practicing very well? How long you practice? Are you practicing your pitch? Are you practicing your tonality? Are you practicing the words that you want to choose? Are you thinking about the joke that you need to tell? Are you thinking about the anecdote that you want to share? Are you practicing enough? Without the practice, without the thinking which goes behind the practice and the actual delivery in front of the mirror, in front of your friends before the big occasion, how do you think you will be able to deliver it well? So immerse yourself, practice, because practice is the only way which can make results happen. Last thing that I want you to think about is understanding your audience. The audience are different. Every time that you deliver a speech, the audience can be very, very different, especially in company life. If you are delivering sharing a presentation with your boss is very different occasion and audience compared to talking to your colleagues on a topic is very different from sharing an insight in front of a set of stakeholders is very different from sharing a presentation to 100 people across drawn from cross-functional team of the company. So these are different occasions with different sets of audience, and the key is to understand your audience. Who are all going to be there? What are their concerns? What are their challenges? Why are they even here in this occasion? What are they looking for? Which other speakers are speaking in this occasion along with you? Which other people in your department are going to speak? What are their topics? Which other people are going to speak in this occasion? What are their challenges? What are their topics? When you look at take a step back and look at the whole occasion holistically in terms of who are the speakers, what is the audience, what are the topics being discussed, and basis all this, what are the things that you should share in your speech? Your speech will become better, but you should take out time for that. You should take out time and think about what you should do given this occasion, given this target audience, given this topic, given that these are all the other topics which are going to be discussed in this occasion, and therefore what will be expected of your speech, your topic. This is also a way of practice. This is also a way of immersing yourself in the topic so that you can deliver well. When you practice all of these 7 different dimensions, your speech will become better, your communication will become better. You will become a very, very far superior communicator this year. Practice. I have also shared some of the exercises in the download link given in the description. Take it, practice it, track it, become a better communicator. See you in our next episode.